Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the brand new first episode of the Dex Podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Poke-Kellz.
Yes, that is right.
What?
This is the first ever Dex Podcast in our new expanded format.
Expanded Universe Dex
All kinds
Podcast.
of new stuff. We are back. We are back with bells on. As you know, if you have been paying attention to our YouTube channel, we have made some major changes to the way this channel runs. And it's very weird. It's like a weird zone we're in right now. It's the very first time we're trying this.
It's weird, but I think that it's positive. I feel really good about it. I feel less stressed out about the amount of work that I have to do each week in order to make a very small thing. And now we're doing less work and making more larger things. So
exactly.
It's efficiency squared.
Exactly. Just in case you don't know who we are, I'm Alex.
I'm Poke-Kellz.
And we host a Pokemon channel on YouTube that is all about trivia, strategy, community.
The wonderful world of Pokemon.
The wonderful world of Pokemon.
The wonderful Pokeworld.
But we've been gone for a couple months. And I feel like, before we get into Pokemon again, we should just tell everybody briefly. We'd mentioned this in the update video, but I just want to go over what's been going on. First of all, holidays.
Yeah.
A lot of holidays going on.
Lots
a lot
of
different things holiday related. We have two families that we need to appease. My parents are separated too, so it's like another third house where the holiday.
You know what that means? 3 Thanksgivings.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nonsense. I lost my grandfather in the last week of the year. That was pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't totally come out of nowhere, but it was just that was a rough thing that I also had to deal with. And then you had a big whole thing that you were dealing with too.
Yeah, dog. I was at a job that I just wasn't growing and I wasn't learning, and me as a person, I thrive when I'm learning things, new things.
Right.
That's the whole reason why we did, the Dex show for so long, is because every week I was learning something new about a new Pokemon and it was exciting. But yeah, I kind of felt like I had plateaued at my job as a veterinary technician, and so I spent a lot of time trying to find a good hospital for me to work at where I could learn a lot more advanced stuff. And I'm happy to say that I now work
nailed it.
The anesthesia department at the largest animal hospital on the western coast of the United States.
Very cool stuff.
And I'm going to be learning a lot there, and I'm really, really, really excited about it, and I feel really good about it. So yeah, that's awesome. And it also, even though it's longer hours, it's less days. So I have a little bit more me time, which I really needed.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And as a result of that situation, we decided that we will be discontinuing the normal Dex show that we have been doing for 5 years, the trivia and the battle strategy, 5 to 10 minute show that we've been doing.
What was it, almost 200 episodes though?
I think it was 258.
Wow, a lot of episodes. That's a lot of episodes, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of...
But that's not to say we won't ever do episodes of the Dex again. It's just going to be kind of on a more infrequent basis. If we get something that's really strongly suggested. Think of it more like production.
Think of it more like seasons of things.
Yeah,
we'll do little mini things. For example, I've never talked about this before on any sort of official channel, but I'm going to record a battle show for just 4 episodes next week and just put it out. Just 4 episodes of me and Yo Schiller just trying to figure out some VGC 18 strats.
Cool.
That's just a thing that's going to happen. And I can just do it because I don't have to worry about hitting some schedule that's...
It's a little more freeing, and it should free us up to do more things that we kind of want to talk about. You at home that's listening to this with your ears can't see this, and you can't really see it if you're watching the YouTube video, but just to my right over here is a huge shelf of Pokemon merch.
You can see it barely cresting on the side there, yeah.
It's huge, and I know so much about Pokemon merchandise, and I've never talked about it on the show because there's just not really been a
forum.
Platform.
Yeah, exactly.
So, because we were kind of, just doing the one show.
Indeed. And if you haven't picked it up yet, because we're not doing that show anymore, another thing that we're doing is that we're trying to make as many of our podcast pieces of content as possible, video content as well. So bear with us, video people, as we are figuring out how to adjust to this format where you can see us now. Before, we used to do this podcast on laundry day, looking like crap,
cuddled up,
on
the couch.
But now we're trying to be a little bit more, together. I know the camera's not the greatest quality right now, but I'm working on that. This one, I have better cameras than this, obviously. This one is just working very reliably right now with the rig that I have going. but this is not a finalized thing, so it's workable now, but later it will be better, I promise. Also, as far as like little like extra mode episodes go, there's one that's coming out on Monday next week, all about Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu.
Right, yeah.
Just because that was something that I want to talk about a little bit, even though we were not on the air, and I thought that would be fun. Just a way to show you guys what I'm talking about in terms of just like...
Yeah, kind of like more like shorter format, hyper-specific things where we just kind of riff on a topic. And it could be any topic Pokemon related. So like if there's something in particular that you would like to see us talk about, kind of do a little deep dive into, like feel free to send that our way, whether that be through our Twitters, our YouTube channel, or shout it at us out your window.
Or our very, very reliable email address, thedexcast@gmail.com. Again, that's THEDXCAST@gmail.com. And, oh, I should also mention, because in the update video, I said something different than what is actually true. I said that the Ryan Reynolds video is coming out on Tuesday. This is not bad news. It's actually coming out on Monday now because the Necrozma episode's coming out on Tuesday, and I was going to originally just like put the video and audio version of the podcast out on different days, but I decided just put them together. We'll put them both on Monday. So be
I think that's
be excited about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know. And yeah, that's that.
Great. Yeah. So that's the update.
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Yeah. So that was kind of like an extended version of our Pokemon week, I guess. I mean, in terms of actual Pokemon stuff, let's ask ourselves.
Hey, how was your Pokemon week?
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that. How did we do that?
And now you all know the real secret that we just paused.
We just awkwardly paused.
I guess it's never been a secret. We've always just said it, but now you've seen it.
We try and guess. So hopefully we guess right. But that was our Pokemon week like intro. Now this is the real how was your Pokemon week. So what have you actually been doing in regard to Pokemon lately?
In regards to Pokemon lately, let's see here. Well, I started to play Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. I haven't finished it, to be honest, because I've been knee-deep in a job search and also playing Destiny and Breath of the Wild again. And
I completed Mario Odyssey. I completed Breath of the
Odyssey.
Wild. I completed
so many really good games came out in 2017. Happy 2018, by the way,
Woo!
everybody. Woo! But so many great games came out in 2017 that I'm not even done playing them. I will go back to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but you know what? I think I like needed a little break from Pokemon. It's never like a real break from Pokemon because I still just like I do still think about Pokemon.
A day never goes by
day.
when I don't like do a Pokemon battle at least.
Right. But like, you know, just being able to like be like, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna play Ultra Sun right now, so I'm like not super far through it, but I'm playing through it and it's gonna be slow and I'm excited. But,
I started streaming it. Which was pretty cool. And I'm going to start doing that again next week, at least for one day next week, because I'm traveling. I'm going to Texas this weekend. Like I'll be gone probably by the time you read this or see this or hear this, whatever.
By the time you read this.
By the time you read this, I'll be gone. No, but I'm going to Texas this weekend. And then next weekend, I'm not traveling anywhere, but I am going to another convention here in like the South Bay area. The Retro SoCal Retro Gaming Expo.
Nice.
So go check that out. That's at Frank & Sons. If you know what that is.
What day is that?
It's next weekend.
Can I go?
Yeah, the 20th and the 21st. Retro games, good times. All the friends are there. Like
Great.
Norm's coming out. I'm excited to see Norm. I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh yeah.
We've kind of like two-shipsed the last couple times.
Yeah.
Norm the Gaming Historian. Go check out his channel.
He's awesome.
Yeah, love that guy. But yeah, I mean, other than that, what have I been doing? I've been playing Ultra Sun and Moon. Yo Schiller moved in to our apartment with us now. He's another YouTuber that you probably know if you're like a Nintendo head. You know, he's that guy who hacked Mario Kart's Wii all the time. Just like a Nintendo guy. He's doing his huge like completionist walkthrough of Breath of the Wild right now. And I recently played a episode of Gummy Bears Golf for Wii on his channel that halfway it's literally just called Gummy Bears Golf if you go on his channel. But 8 minutes in, we like give up on that terrible game and we move to Cruisin' USA and we played the whole
I love that game.
Yeah, it's so good. We played the whole thing. So go check that out. But because he's been living with me, he's also like been into the VGC 18 scene. And so me and him have been like trading crazy strategies back and forth, which is why in like a week or so we're gonna do a little mini series for you guys. And that'll probably be just a video only thing because that's kind of like you need to be able to see it. To like,
you can't. It's not really conducive to audio format.
But that's just how that's gonna kind of go. Did you buy anything? You got a clutch.
Oh, I got a couple Pokemon related things. Number one, I bought a super cute Growlithe wallet just recently. That is pretty nice. I gotta say, if you're looking for some good Pokemon merch, you might try, this is not an ad, but you might try Box Lunch. It's a website and also a store. It's owned by Hot Topic. So like, they kind of like got the nerdy stuff, but it's like Hot Topic without like the punk goth part of it.
Yeah,
it's just the nerdy stuff.
It's more like hipstery Starbucks.
You like Harry Potter, you like Miyazaki films, you like Pokemon, you like Star Wars, you like Star Trek, you like Doctor Who.
What are you putting numbers on your hands?
I guess.
I thought you were counting, and then it just started like you were throwing up gang signs. That's a little video only joke for you guys.
But I mean, you should check it out because they got some pretty like good quality and cute.
What's the name of the brand?
Loungefly.
Pokemon Cross Loungefly.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be like leathery. Which is really
it's
cool.
good. It's good quality.
It's a cool little wallet.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Got some Pokemon cards. Got some Pokemon socks. Have a big old Pikachu balloon that my coworkers gave me on my last day of my old job.
Tight.
I mean, I got a big Pokemon balloon.
Yeah, Pokemon the Pokemon.
But yeah, I mean that's been pretty much it. Like I got some pretty cool cards in my last couple polls, and we have a couple that that Ryan Tatum, our community manager.
Tatum's.
Well, Ryan Tatum, our community manager, sent us some cool Pokemon related things. Before I clicked
that's
the
a
button.
surprise for later, by the way.
That's a button on my lap that I clicked. I wasn't supposed to click that yet. I'm gonna put that right over there.
It's all good.
That's been my Pokemon week, really.
That's it. And I also, just speaking of Ryan Tatum, please, just look. Where is it? Right over there. Go check it out. Right over there. It's our Discord. You can see the ad for it. There's like the link right up in the corner, and then the ad for it shows up right there on the side. Gives you a little bigger image of the link if you guys want to see it. It'll eventually show up. I want to put more stuff there. So if you guys are like Pokemon custom artists or whatever, please send me your perfectly square ad, 600 by 600 pixels, and I will consider throwing it up there if it's appropriate.
Yeah.
The dexcast@gmail.com. But that's just about enough of that. Let's jump into the news.
Welcome to the news, darlings.
I was gonna be mad at you for doing it like that, but then I saw your face and you were trying so hard not to laugh.
I'm trying.
I can't be mad at you.
Here's the thing: it's video too now, so I gotta sell it. I gotta sell it to everybody.
It was that was rough. That was a rough one.
We have been gone for 3 months, folks, and so we're gonna do the greatest hits of the news. We're gonna dive in. We're not these episodes. The main ones are not gonna be quite as long as they normally are. Normally they'll have a fancer segment on them, like usual, or maybe we'll spin that out into its own thing if you guys want like in depth. But we're not going to do a fancers today, so we're just going to blow through this and just kind of like get back on the map, keep moving, focus. So we're just going to go right through the greatest hits of the news right now of the last 3 months. The first thing that was big was that VGC 2018 rules were announced. Real quick rundown on those. All battles will be double battles, just like always. All Pokemon from the National Dex, Pokemon 1 through 806, are allowed, except for the following. They have to have been caught in a Alola, which is like, locks out some pretty annoying like move sets that you could get from other regions. But also you can't have Mew, Mewtwo, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Celebi, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, all the ones that you could never have. Also Ash Greninja you can't have.
But Fairy Landers is still allowed.
Yeah, hey, but you know what? Here's the thing. This meta is pretty big, nice, and open right now.
Good.
And though Landorus is back and he is a good threat, I feel like we're so early in it right now that it's like, who knows?
I just don't like it. If you want to use it, use it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's a good Pokemon to use. I just don't like it.
Also of note, I mean, as usual, no duplicates, but also of note is that you can use Megastones and Z Crystals.
Yo.
But you can't duplicate items. You can't have, like, 2 of the same Z Crystal, for example.
Okay.
Level 50 all, and you have 5 minutes of your time down from 10 minutes.
So they're trying to make those matches
They're trying to speed it up,
a little bit quicker.
So that's pretty crazy. But all in all, like, basically all they did was they changed it. They opened it up to the National Dex and added Megastones.
Yeah.
Which, is cool. This is like a typical like sort of like off year.
Yeah, this is like always how the progression of the meta goes. Is that like the first game comes out, or the first game of the new generation comes out, and it's just like totally different because all the Pokemon are new, and then like it goes back. When they open up the national decks, it goes back to like
they sort of like
crazy
become a
powerful
part of.
strategies.
They come like a part of the meta as a whole.
It's a cycle. Yeah, it just happens every time. But I'm excited to see what we will see in the next World Championships, the next Pokemon Play events.
It doesn't seem like
how things are going to shake out.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Tapus are quite as completely dominating the scene. There's a little bit more Ultra Beasts. There's some new Ultra Beasts that are pretty cool.
Yeah.
That have been like actually making a difference to the meta. And like you said, things like Landorus, like strats from back in the day, the Lucario, justified Lucario strategy.
Mega Kang, who they tried to nerf again, but we'll see if that was enough.
Yeah, I haven't been watching enough, but that's another thing that's on my plate this month is I'm gonna try and figure out if there's somebody, like I want to find like competitive players and do like a state of the meta this month type interview with people. I got a lot of ideas on my mind. But as far as VGC 18 is concerned, I definitely am still like interested in participating in events, even if I don't like go all the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very ready. I don't really have anything else to say about it. Look for me streaming that as soon as I beat Ultra Sun and Moon.
Nice.
And look for my battle show with Yo Schiller in like the next week or so. That'd be pretty cool.
Great.
Yeah. Next bit of news. Pikachu talked in the new movie.
I know. So we didn't end up seeing it.
We didn't see it. I just want to give you some basic context because I definitely saw this clip. And it's something, the question is raised. Everybody looks like they're in distress. I do not know the context. But everybody's distressed. Pikachu looks beat up. Ash looks beat up. The question is raised why Pikachu never goes in his Pokeball. And Pikachu says, it's because I always want to be with you. And again, we have not seen the movie. That sounds very dumb. Sounds like very dumb.
I saw the clip and I saw it was like filmed. It was like the movie screen being filmed and everyone was losing their minds over it. To me, it seems like it's like a hallucination by Ash while he's fading in and out of consciousness.
That's how I feel. I feel like it's totally
justifiable.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But necessary, I don't think so because we all knew that already.
Right.
That the reason that Pikachu wants to be out of his Pokeball is because he just like
likes
being with Ash. And I
didn't really think it was.
I always felt like he just felt uncomfortable inside of a Pokeball.
I just thought he was like.
claustrophobic.
I thought he was just like, screw that. I don't want to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I like that more or less. But again, like I said, we have not seen this movie, but maybe we should, and maybe we should review it after we see it. So let us know what you think about that.
Yeah.
Send those responses in to THEDEXCAST@gmail.com, and we will get right back to you
after these messages.
after this podcast. I got nothing. I got nothing. So that's the thing. Another one that's totally crazy. Ultra Sun and Moon came out. We kind of talked about this briefly. I still haven't beat it. I'm gonna be streaming it. But you were looking at some story points because we had to do the Necrozma episode.
Yeah.
That looked dope.
Necrozma, like learning about Necrozma was like really awesome because I didn't really like the design of Necrozma until I realized what it actually is, and now I think it's really tight.
Yeah. Don't spoil it. It's coming out on Tuesday.
Yeah, you watch the episode and you'll find out. But yeah, it's in order to do that, I did have to spoil myself on some of the Necrozma cutscenes in the game, and they're really cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get there, and I really don't think that I spoiled a bunch of the plot for myself.
Shout out to
by learning about the Necrozma.
Shout outs to Tyranitar Tube for his unflagging enthusiasm throughout the entire Necrozma.
yeah, I watched his playthrough.
He was like, "Oh my god,
he had the clips,
guys!"
Like so perfectly cut that it was like Necrozma only, and I was like, "Okay, great, that's perfect. That's what I need."
Yeah, very funny. But yeah, I don't know. Ultra Sun and Moon, largely positive. Like the entire time that I was streaming it, I probably streamed it for a total of like 20 hours or so.
Mm-hmm.
And the entire time before I took the break, people were like, "So is it as good as the previous one? Is it worth buying?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm at the beginning. But like, if you are aware that it is Sun and Moon plus more things, it seems like the stuff that there is chunky and meaty and good.
Yeah. I would say if you haven't played Sun and Moon and are trying to figure out if you want Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon, just get Ultra Sun and Moon because you won't be really missing a whole lot. But if you have played Sun and Moon and are like, I don't know if I can afford Ultra Sun and Moon, is it worth buying if I've already played Sun and Moon? That's optional.
If you know what you're buying.
Yeah, if
you
you're
kn-
aware and you know what the kind of game Ultra Sun and Moon is, it's not a sequel. It's
The game is still Ultra Sun and the game is still Sun and Moon. There are some plot differences that are minor, but the real meat and potatoes of it is the post game.
Yeah.
So,
And it's it's like a alternate universe Sun and Moon thing, kind of.
We don't know.
Kind of.
I honestly
It's
don't
kind
know
of.
because that's what it seems to be hinting at in the story, and I just don't know.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's been out for a couple months now.
But it's fun. It's good.
I'm
I
liking
enjoy
it. They like fixed. They fixed
A lot of the things that we had problems with.
SOS battles. They can only do it once, like completely.
If it's a wild SOS battle, they will only call once unless you use an adrenaline orb, and then you can activate it, and it
That's
will
all I
be as
asked.
normal.
That's all I asked.
That was perfect.
That's all
That's a
I
perfect.
asked.
It's a perfect adjustment because it just cuts out the annoying part of being trapped in a battle.
Yeah.
And like just makes it like on the terms that are easy enough to deal with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, they did sort of like a remix of a lot of the Pokemon on the routes and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that's
like
good.
they remixed the bosses, and you can catch the totem Pokemon now.
Which is cool.
And they got rid of the weird Zygarde quest that went nowhere, and they replaced it with like that totem quest with Samson Oak, who's a character I wanted to see more of anyway. Good stuff.
Yeah, I think that it's, I think they did a really good job with it, and it's very clear to me playing Ultra Sun and Moon that this game, maybe more than any others, has direct answers to input from fans about Sun and Moon.
Yeah. And speaking of things that are clear to you, Pokemon Crystal was announced recently as coming to Virtual Console on 3DS. I think that comes out in a couple, like a week and a half, like on January. I don't have it written down, but I think it's January 26th.
That's great. That's exciting.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't put that in my notes. I'm excited for this because I really want to play this.
Have you ever played Crystal?
No.
Oh, that's great. That's
I
exciting.
mean, I
think you'll be excited
have
about it.
played it. I have like loaded it into an emulator and played it in college, like in Shakespeare class while I was bored or while I was supposed to be reading Milton. But like, I never have like sat down and beat this game cover to cover. And like the fact that you can be a girl in it, I'm gonna definitely be a girl. The fact that like Suicune is like part of the like box art and it's like part of the story, like I'm all about that.
Yeah. The whole like thing with Ucene is pretty cool.
Yeah, Ucene, I'm like into that. So I'm excited to play that. I think I'm gonna do it. I know that I'm romanticizing it. I know it's probably not all that good. I know it's probably like about the same thing as Ultra Sun and Moon is to Gold and Silver, which I just played.
It's fun. I really enjoyed Crystal. I mean,
The color and the moving sprites.
Yeah, like that alone is like very, very cool and a good way to play that game. I'll always have a soft spot for Silver just because like that game blew my mind when it came out. But like Crystal, I caught my first shiny in Crystal.
Yeah.
And-
And by the way, Nintendo, put it on Switch. Hey,
Yeah, it would be great on Switch.
Hey,
What's the deal with that?
put it on the Switch. hey, no. Put it on the Switch.
Switch.
Swish.
Shish.
Sheesh. All right. Dumb. But that's Pokemon Crystal. We're all very excited about it. I'm literally excited about it. I'm really psyched about Crystal. I'm gonna probably get it.
That's awesome.
And finally, the last big piece of like old news, and this is something that you're probably gonna be able to run on a little bit more than I am. Gen 3
Yeah,
finally arrives in Pokemon Go, including Groudon as a new legendary.
that's true.
Tell me more.
So, yeah, they starting in like October, they started rolling out a couple of the Gen 3 Pokemon. They added a little bit more of them towards the end of the year, and now I think there's about 50 from Gen 3 that are available in the game.
Yep.
Which I think going forward is probably going to be how they're going to do it. They're probably going to roll out generations a little bit slower and like 50 at a time.
Now that there's
Because
so
then they
much,
can do it. Because then they can do it more often and keep the game fresh. Because you don't have to release a whole generation at once.
that's
but,
too many, honestly, for Pokemon Go.
Yeah. And so they one thing that they've overhauled are well, kind of overhauled. Gym battles are a little bit different now. The UI is a little bit better. Now instead of having to like press and hold for your charge attack, like once your attack is charged, a button appears and you tap that and it will do your charged attack.
Are we like?
So no, that's much better.
We like
yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, because like with the holding the charge attack, you can never really tell if you were doing it long enough, and sometimes it wouldn't activate. But now it's just like your little bar fills up, and then like when you're ready to use the move, you click it once, and it goes, and then you charge up again. So instead of like holding to charge, it charges up automatically, and you release.
I see.
So that's I think,
actually legit.
a lot
Yeah,
better
okay.
of a way for that to be. Otherwise, they also added weather events and
Right.
like weather stuff.
They like represent the actual weather, right?
Right, yeah. So it mirrors the weather that's going on in your town at the time, usually. Like, for example, the weekend it came out was the weekend that we had like 5 fires burning in Southern California. So I loaded it up, really excited to go catch Pokemon. And it was like, sorry, weather conditions are extreme. Pokemon don't like this weather. Please don't go outside. And I was like, oh, all right. But
Damn.
But honestly, as a safety measure, that's pretty reasonable. I get
It's
that.
monsoon season. Please don't go outside. Yeah, that makes sense.
But the type of Pokemon that appear more frequently changes with the weather, and if you catch Pokemon, like for example, if it's really sunny, like fire Pokemon appear more often, and not only do they appear more often, but you get bonuses for catching them, and if you use Pokemon that are so say I catch a Ponyta, right?
Yeah.
So I get a little bonus for catching it, and then if I go use it at a gym, its fire type attacks are boosted during that gym battle.
I see.
So the weather plays a lot, quite a big role in all that.
Very
So
cool.
that's cool. They've also added some more items for like ease of use. They now have an item that will double your Stardust yields, and so because I know that gaining Stardust was a really big problem
Pain
for
in
a
the
lot
booty,
of people.
yeah.
Pain in the butt. But I think they're starting to kind of implement some more like minor quality of life things now that the game's a little bit more stable. And so I kind of like the idea of more frequent, smaller updates because it makes the game feel more alive.
Definitely.
But I mean, I love Pokemon Go. I know that like a lot of people are really divided about it. I don't care. It's fun. It's a fun game. It's like a good exercise tool, and I'm into it. I think it's fun.
Even if you guys don't go deep, the models alone,
Yes. Yeah.
are, like,
the models
worth
and the shading on the Pokemon look really good. Yeah.
it's worth just checking out at least. And like, it's exciting to see new Pokemon. Like, I can't wait till they get to Gen 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like enjoying Pokemon Go as an observer.
Mhm.
You know, like
They've also been like every once in a while they'll put out like a new hat. Like I wear the Mimikyu hat now all the time because it's just really funny.
yeah.
But yeah, they're putting out new clothes, new items. Like it's all smaller stuff, but it's happening at a rate that's more promising.
Very tight. Very tight.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying it.
Great. Excuse me. Wow. But there is one bit of new news, which you woke me up to tell me this morning.
Oh yeah.
All week there had been rumors of a Nintendo Direct that was going to happen like around today, which is what is today? Thursday?
Today is Thursday.
Yeah,
The date of recording, Thursday, the 11th of January.
Yeah. And Nintendo was kind of
They were kind of mums about it.
yeah, they were being
Cheeky.
trolls.
They
They
were being real
tweeted
cheeky.
they tweeted out Chibi Robo, they tweeted out that Hot Dog Man, and then like in the middle of the night the Japanese one dumped, and then you told me about that and you gave me like the rundown on it.
Mhm.
And then right after you left, I got up and the English one was live. So I watched,
okay, great.
so I was able to watch it. For us Pokemon nerds, the big deal, which was something that like for me was like not just tight because of who it is and what it is, but like for what it means for the future of this game, is that POKKÉN DX had 2 more characters announced. They're going to come in 2 separate packs. So I don't know which ones are with which ones, but it's Aegislash in the first pack, I think, with Mega Rayquaza as the support.
Oh.
And let me pull it up because I just want to make sure I'm getting it right.
Yeah, sure.
So it's Mega Rayquaza and Mimikyu as the supports
cute.
as the supports that come with Aegislash.
Uh-huh.
And then in March, because this comes out in like 2 weeks, and then in March you're getting the second pack, which is new character Blastoise, which is awesome.
Yes.
And then he comes with support characters Mew and Celebi.
Oh.
Did you just find that
Love
out just
that.
now?
Nah, yeah, I didn't know about that.
Live
That's
reaction.
Awesome.
Hot
That's
take.
awesome. Mew is the best.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. They are $14.99. I don't know if that's like all together. I hope so.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I wouldn't pay $15 for one character.
Yeah, 1 character and 2 supports. No way. But I do just quickly want to like go into the rest of the Nintendo Direct just because it's exciting and we're like Switch owners now. The big things are, what do we got? The POKKÉN. We got Kirby Battle Royale and Dragon Quest Builders demos. Rabbids Kingdom Battle gets Donkey Kong as DLC character, which is cool. Odyssey has this Balloon World game that's coming out that's like this weird sort of like timed game where you like can either be in hide it or find it mode, and when you're in hide it mode, you go put the balloon somewhere weird, and then you play other people's hide its as your find its.
Oh, like a cute little like hide and seeky kind of.
It's like that's Infinite
cute.
Moons basically, kind of.
Oh, that's cute.
I would definitely check it out, and it comes with new outfits. One of which is just like Alex Fasciani Mario. It's literally it's Mario with his overalls and hat on, and then he also has like neon sunglasses and like an open Hawaiian shirt with shines on it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I don't even remember what the other one was because I was so blown away by that one. It was what was it? It doesn't say. It doesn't say on here, but man, that was so weird. They also announced that Celeste is coming to Switch. That's going to be cool. And Faye, I forget if it's Fee or Faye. It's cool, like music, motion, singing game for Switch that's coming out.
Oh, cool.
Payday 2 is coming out on Switch with a new like Japanese hacker character with a LED mask called Joy. That comes out pretty soon. You can have local or online Payday 2. Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana is getting like a big special edition that's coming out. That's a really cool like JRPG series that we don't normally get much attention on here in the United States, but it's pretty popular in Japan.
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's more action-oriented. It's neat. SNK Heroines is like a fighting game that SNK is putting out. That's all the women of SNK like
Cool.
fighting games with
That's
like pretty good graphics. I'm pretty excited about it. And there's also Yuri Sakazaki from Art of Fighting 2 is going to be in the game. And Art of Fighting 2 is like in the eShop right now, which is cool.
Oh.
That launched like during the direct, so that was cool. Art of Fighting 2.
Nice.
Hyrule Warriors is coming to the Switch, which was something that I was like, that I literally had a conversation with Yoshiller the other day. I was like, I want Hyrule Warriors and I want Tropical Freeze to come from the Wii U to the Switch, and both of them totally did.
And there was one more, wasn't it? One more that you said? One game that every game is like?
Oh, that we're gonna get to at the end because that was like the big blow up.
Yeah, I won't spoil that.
The big surprise was The World Ends With You Final Remix. This is the other game from Square Enix that the Kingdom Hearts guy designed. It's the one that has the 2 screens.
Oh yeah, and like the guy is like, he's got headphones.
Yeah, it's like all in like Akihabara. You know,
Akihabara.
the shopping district, Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
And it's like this like crazy like sort of like style RPG.
Cool.
It's $60 though, but it's like a remaster of the game. So I don't know. You can touch it. You can play Joy-Cons. It launches this year. Final mix of that. The World Ends With You.
Cool.
Final remix. Check that out.
Remix.
That game's tight, really. Like you can buy it on your phone right now, and you'll have a great time. Kirby Star Allies got some more stuff. They showed some new abilities. Kirby Star Allies looks really good if you like Kirby. Tropical Freeze looks really good. Looks way better than the Wii U version even, which already looked amazing. They announced a new Mario Tennis game, which is one of my favorite series.
You love Mario Tennis.
This one is tight because it's called Mario Tennis Aces, and it actually has a story mode again, just like the Game Boy Color one and the Game Boy Advance one that has like stuff to do, and it looks like a full game this time. And I think Camelot's just still developing it, which is really, really exciting. And then at the end of the frickin' direct, big thing, the thing that I've been clamoring about since I heard about the Switch and their partnership with From Software, Dark Souls Remastered was announced on this Nintendo Direct. It's coming to all 3 systems. It's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. But you're gonna buy it on Switch because that is going to be portable. And it already comes with Artorias of the Abyss, which is great, which is the DLC.
Cool.
So I'm very excited about the Nintendo Direct. I know it's not explicitly Pokemon related, but it is Nintendo-y. And I just want to talk about it real quick because it was really exciting and it happened like this morning. So I just wanted to.
It's the fresh news.
It's the fresh. It's the fresh. But that's really it for news, and we don't really have much else for you guys this week because it's been 3 months. Emails have been light, obviously. But now that we've told you that we're back, there's no excuse for you guys not to fill our email box with all kinds of great new suggestions for megas that you want to see.
We want to know where you've been for the past 3 months.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you putting out videos.
Yeah, I want to know what send us your hashtag.
What have you been doing? What's the cool? I would love it if you would send us like the coolest thing you did in the last 3 months.
I just want to know.
Even if it's like I made myself the best sandwich.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Hashtag update emails. Send us those.
Yeah.
Hashtag update emails to thedexcast@gmail.com. That's THEDEXCAST@gmail.com. And we'll read them next week in a giant.
I'm sorry, I thought Alex stole my piece of pizza. Wallace. I thought Wallace was stealing my piece of pizza, which is why I was like,
And then you called your dog my name.
That's not the first time that's happened. It won't be the last.
I know. We might do a big, giant, fancier segment sometime next week. If it's so many emails, we'll like spin it off into its own episode. But if not, maybe we'll do it on this podcast next week. We will see. We shall see. But before we go, you may have noticed that Kelly accidentally pressed a weird button and made a weird sound earlier. But
I forgot about it.
We got sent this kind of cool thing. It's called Pokemon Trainer Guess. You can show it to everybody now. It's a Pokeball.
It just looks like a Pokeball.
It sits in like a little like thing like this when you put it on your shelf. So it's just a cool thing to have on your shelf. But it's also an expert. This is the Kanto edition. So it's an expert in the first 151 Pokemon, and it's kind of like 20 questions and it's voice activated, which is the neatest part about it.
Yeah. That
So
is cool.
before we go, we figured we'd each try and stump this thing, and we'll see. So who?
Great.
So who are you gonna? Pick?
Before we turn it on, since it only does the first original 150.
Also, try not to do any of the ones that we've done already.
Yeah. No problem. So I think that I'm gonna choose for my Pokemon for it to guess. I'm gonna choose Farfetch'd.
Farfetch'd?
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's already been chosen or not.
It has not.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless somebody like came in here and played this without my knowledge and chose that.
I don't know.
But it wasn't me. What
Yeah.
are you gonna choose?
I'm gonna choose.
It's okay. It's not that hard of a question.
Snorlax. I'm gonna do Snorlax.
Great. All right. So
Make sure the speaker's by the microphone.
Yeah. It's in the back here, so I'm
Okay.
gonna just hold it like this.
Tight.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hello, trainer. Are you ready for your Pokemon journey? I can read your mind and guess which Pokemon you're thinking of. You just have to picture it in your mind and answer my question. If I can guess which Pokemon it is, it will be added
I
to
get it.
your electronic collection.
We get it.
We now have 5 Pokemon. That's a good start.
I played it 5
Think
times.
we can guess them all? Think very hard of the Pokemon you want me to guess. Say okay when you're ready.
Okay.
Great. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Answer yes.
Come here.
Wallace didn't like that.
Or I don't know.
That's
You
his
could also say,
that's his
is it
release
F?
word.
Is it mainly blue?
No.
I see. Does your Pokemon have large pointed teeth?
No.
Uh-huh. Does it have a tail?
Yeah.
Okay. Does your Pokemon usually stand on 2 legs?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Did your Pokemon evolve from another Pokemon?
No.
Interesting. Is your Pokemon more than 2 feet tall?
I don't know.
I see. Is it mainly yellow?
No.
I see. Is your Pokemon a dual type?
Yes.
Aha! Can your Pokemon evolve into another Pokemon?
No.
Okay, is this a legendary Pokemon?
No.
That's what I thought. Oh, I think I know.
Okay.
I believe you were thinking of Farfetch'd.
Oh,
Yo!
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Can you repeat?
Yes.
Great! We found Farfetch'd.
Yeah.
Did you know that Farfetch'd always carries its plant stock? Let's add it to your collection.
It's plant stock.
Plant
Yes.
stock.
Now, don't forget to check it off in your field guide. Let's try to guess a new Pokemon now. Look in your field guide for ideas. Think very hard of the Pokemon you want me to
I
guess.
don't know why I did.
Say okay when you're ready.
Okay.
Nice. Is it mainly brown?
No.
Interesting. Does it have wings?
No.
I see. Does your Pokemon have a tail?
No.
Aha! Does it have legs?
Yes.
Okay. Can your Pokemon evolve into another Pokemon?
No.
That's what I thought. Is your Pokemon a dual type?
No.
Interesting. Is it a fighting type?
No.
I see. Did your Pokemon evolve from another Pokemon?
No.
Aha! Is your Pokemon a normal type?
Yes.
Okay. Is it always female?
No.
That's what I thought. Is your Pokemon more than 3 feet tall?
Yes.
Interesting. I think I found it. Something tells me
Huh?
you were thinking of Snorlax.
Hey.
Is that it?
Yes.
Great. We found Snorlax.
I like how excited it gets when it says
Did you know that Snorlax needs 900 pounds of food every day? Let's add it to
I
your
did.
collection.
This guy probably watches our show.
Done. Now,
Great.
don't forget to check it off in your field guide.
Deal.
Checked.
Let's try to guess a new Pokemon now.
Not right now,
Not right
buddy.
now.
Not right now. It's not time for that.
I love the Pokemon like sound effect for like making a ball grow and shrink. That like I love that.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, that's it. That's a cool thing
was
you can
super cute.
grab on like Amazon and stuff. It's at Target. I've seen it. They sent
It's
us.
funny. It's
They
like-
sent us one. They didn't sponsor us or anything. I just figured we'd try it out because we got one.
It's cute. I like it.
Yeah. So that's it. We're back. Stay tuned for Ryan Reynolds' cast about Detective Pikachu on Monday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to tweet at us if you have any questions. I've been Alex.
And I'm Kellz.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.